Friends, welcome to the weekly Prepper Pantry Haul. This is Lee, the Cold War Prepper. I apologize in advance for my coughing and my voice. I had surgery Monday, and we have another surgery coming up trying to fix it. He says there's an 85% chance we can fix the cough, but we will see. We will see. This may be a reaction, a lifelong reaction to an injection I received back in 2020. But that's another possibility. But anyhow, we'll see how things go. I have two standing orders. One of them is with Amazon. I have a subscribe and save account. I don't get the same thing every month. Some of them I have every other month or every 3 months, every 4 months. And so that arrives tomorrow. I get cranberry juice powder every 3 months, I believe. Freeze-dried hamburger patties are every 3 months. And then I have the rinse-free bathing wipes, which is what they use for to wash people who are bedbound in the hospital. Now I get a package of those every month. So, I think that's important that we have a way to bathe, cleanse ourselves without using up precious water in an SHTF situation. Getting the March flyer for Thrive Life. This used to be called, oh gosh, I can't remember the name. And I was a distributor. I've been a distributor since 2004. So you can get your Thrive Life things at Lee's Prep, LEESPREP .thrivelife, THRIVELIFE.com. And I would greatly appreciate that. You get a discount if you set it up for automatic monthly things. So you can change it every month. But you get about a 15% discount if you do that. Then you get an additional discount if you do what's on sale for that month. So I do on sale this month are green beans, chicken slices, pineapple, instant milk, instant brown rice, pepper jack cheese, scrambled egg mix, and Fuji apples. Fuji apples you can get cheaper with either Algerson Farms or with the LDS Provident Living Store. So I don't, I would rather see you get something at a good price than me make a little bit of money. I also pick up the instant milk. Now, the reason I pick up both the instant milk from Thrive Life as well as from LDS Provident Prepper I'm Provident Prepper. LDS Provident Living is because this has a longer shelf life. So the instant milk for Thrive Life has a 10-year shelf life. The instant milk for the LDS store has a 5-year, I think 3 or 5 year shelf life. My order this month, a number 10 can of green beans, a number 10 can of chicken slices, a PC or a number 2.5 can of pineapples, and then I'm getting a Southwest style chicken that comes in these bags. I'll explain more about that in just a minute, and 1 can of tomato dices. So the Southwest style chicken goes kind of with the fact that I picked this up at not Cabela's, but Bass Pro Shop. So this is ReadyWise Pro Meal, and but this is kind of like camping. Just add boiling water to this, and just add boiling water to these, and you've got a meal. Now the reason I do that is because it is my philosophy that if a major catastrophic event happens, and people won't have a whole bunch of food. You don't want to be outside on your grill with charcoal where everybody within 15 miles can smell you cooking. So you want to cook indoors, and you don't want to have the odor of cooking. So I have a single burner butane stove, like what they use at the hotels. And I get my butane from a 3-pack from Sam's Club. Or I can use my Instafire from Vesta, or Vesta Instafire, and I use the 12. You get 12-pack of them at Sam's, and it's called Safe Fire, but they're little canisters of indoor burnable fuel. Or you can make an alcohol stove, and so if you make an alcohol stove, that's really intense heat. Don't use too much alcohol; it'll boil the water very quickly. Just add that to your meal, stir it, let it simmer for a bit, and you've got a meal. Speaking of just add hot water, au gratin potatoes. So one of the mistakes I made early on was I did not vacuum seal those. And so we opened one that was about 7 years old. The color had changed, the taste had changed. We just threw out everything we had that was not Oh, if it was over a year old and we had not vacuum sealed it, we threw it away. So now we're replacing those. I'll pick up one of these maybe every 2 or 3 weeks, either au gratin or scalloped potatoes. Now we vacuum seal every one that we get. Picked up a Uniden Pro 401HH. Now my communication system is complete. I have CB, I have FRS, GMRS. As a matter of fact, there's my GMRS call sign right there, WSCD 742. I have the 10 meter, 70 centimeter handheld ham, which is, most people would say, is the UV5R. And once again, there's my call sign, KJ5HEF. And I also have HF. I have an ICOM IC7300, which is good from 10 meters down to 100 meters. So that's basically from 3 megahertz up to 30 megahertz. That will get you worldwide. As a matter of fact, right now there's a worldwide competition going on, and they're targeting, everybody in Europe wants to target the US. So if you have HF up on single sideband, right now they're operating around 15 megahertz. So that's going to be around the 20 meter band, and you can get all kinds of contacts, especially if you have a good long wire antenna. Okay, we picked up some pickled asparagus, great vegetable to have with you. We ate a jar here recently. It was 3 years old, no problems whatsoever. Things that are pickled or fermented, they stay relatively long. They're pretty good. Oh, I forgot the watch. So I did pick up another wind-up watch. I'm collecting wind-up watches and wind-up clocks. I had 2 wind-up clocks. The one I bought at Fuel Station Augsburg in 1977 finally broke last week. I wound it and the spring broke. So that was 1977 to now. We're 2 years short of 50 years old. Unbelievable. But anyhow, so I need to get another wind-up alarm clock. And I have 3 wind-up watches, so that's going to be valuable because your battery-operated watches, if we have an EMP, that's a big if, probably may not be usable. They may get fried. I don't know. There's a big debate over that, but I'm just going to be prepared. 4 cans of types of soup that we're going to use as a basis for our other meals. I like to pick up tomato, cream of chicken, cream of mushroom, and cheese. I got a can of sauerkraut, so that that's a good probiotic, and it's also another form of a vegetable long-term, and that's fermented, so that has an indefinite shelf life as well. 2 rat traps that can be used for perimeter alarms, kylime sticks, or some sort of explosive device when they get set off by a tripwire. Bootlaces, we have the fence staples. These are made in a U. Then you can spread them out with a pair of pliers into a V. You put 2 of the bases of the V together, stick one inside the other, put in some JB weld, and you've got a caltrop. Please do not make a caltrop until after SHTF. They are illegal pre-SHTF. So please, you can have the materials to make them, just do not make them. That's against the law, and I would hate to see you get in trouble and breaking the law. Picked up 1 box of ammunition. I have 2 hunting rifles. I have a Remington 700, which is 308 Winchester, and I have a Ruger Gunsight Scout, which is also 308 Winchester. The Gunsight Scout I have set up with a night vision system, and that's fantastic for hog hunting here in Texas. The Remington, and so that's my hog hunting rifle. And then the Remington 700 I have set up with a 5x40 scope, and so that's going to be that is my deer hunting rifle. So the thing about ammunition is the 7.62x51 NATO is a little bit lower chamber pressure, so you can use the military in the civilian in a 308. It's the opposite for the 5.56 223. So the 5.56 has the higher chamber pressure than the 223. So you don't want to put 5.56 in a Ruger Mini 14, but putting 223 in an AR-15 is fine. So that's where we are. Remember that we're all in this together, so we can come out the other side together. Down below, let me know what you've got going on this week for your prepper pantry haul. And please continue to be kind, polite, and respectful to each other, because togetherness is what's going to get us through this. Bye-bye.